How to start a custom home building business and make $840,000 a year. There is a massive need for custom home builders right now because there's a home shortage. People want customized homes on land or in an expensive neighborhood where they're buying a lot, and they want it customized to what they want, and they're willing to spend a lot of money on it. Hi, my name's Nate Jones. I run this channel. I make videos on YouTube on how to start businesses, which businesses you should start, entrepreneurship, and money. So if you like that type of content, hit like and subscribe. Okay, let's hop into this video here. We're talking about home building. As a home builder, what usually happens is you're contracting with the homeowner. Somebody buys some land, they want to build their own house. They kind of have some sort of idea of what they want their house to look like, but you're really kind of pairing them up with the type of house that they want. How many bedrooms, if it's a one-story, based on the land that they have, maybe a walkout basement. But as a custom home builder, you're really customizing the home towards your client. So the nice thing about that is you're able to really take a white glove approach, and a lot of people who want to spend a lot of money on houses don't want to go to your everyday cut and play home builder that's basically going to give you 10 floor plans and you have to pick. Custom home builder says, hey, we're going to customize the house, and it's not going to be cheap, but we're going to customize it and build your dream home for you. Okay, so we're going to talk about how much does it cost to start this business. I really like this business because there's a very minimal startup cost. If you have some sort of experience in home building or contracting, you can really start this business with essentially a website, which and some formation fees for your entity, which is going to be about $500. I would say marketing to get off the ground and running, to get some potential contracts under your belt, you're going to need to spend about $20,000. That's a lot of money, but we need to get our name out there. If people don't know that you can build houses and that your business is live, then they're not going to build a house with you. So we're going to have to spend a chunk of change at the beginning to get our name out there, and then word of mouth will take over, okay? For home blueprints, this is just, maybe people don't know what they want to build, but you're going to go out there and you're going to buy some blueprints off the web or from a local home engineering company. You're going to buy blueprints just so you can present your clients with some mock-up marketing slicks of the potential houses that you can build, and you're buying those from an engineering company. So that's going to be about $10,000. You don't need a ton of those at the beginning, just enough that shows that, hey, these are the options that we can do. So that's about $10,000. Insurance is going to be about $5,000 to start out. Okay, so our total startup cost is going to be around $35,500. Not a big startup cost for the amount of revenue that we're going to bring in. So now we're going to talk through the most important thing, that the reason you probably clicked on this video is because how much you can make being a custom home builder. Okay, the average gross profit on a home building job is around 20%. Okay. Gross profit means, hey, after we pay all the subs and everything, the home builder, before the home builder fees, they make about 20% on the job. Now, the net income of the job of this entire business is going to be around 10%. Okay, so that's after you pay the permit fees, all these things that home builders have to pay in order to get that house off the ground and completely completed. Okay, so about 10% net income. So I just kind of used an average house amount of about $700,000. If you're in outside of the big cities of New York, LA, and maybe into Texas, you're going to see houses, a nice custom house going to be built around $700,000, okay? It goes up from there. Obviously, the higher the home value is, the more that you're going to make money on it. But I would say a good sweet spot for you starting out is going to be that $700,000 house, okay? So on a $700,000 house, you're going to profit about $140,000. Your net income, your net profit is going to be about $70,000. Now, the main issue with this business is you're not going to necessarily make that money right away. It takes about 10 to 12 months to build a custom house. Okay, so that means that year one, we may just make that the first year. But going into year two, and as this business comes along, we get more houses under construction. If we can build 6 houses in a year, and this is kind of the long play that all these houses start hitting, is that we're going to profit $840,000 and our net income is going to be $420,000. And this is on $700,000 houses. So obviously, if you build more expensive houses, less expensive houses, I'm just using $700,000 as a comparison. So you can see how you can get up to $840,000 a year just on 6 houses. The thing I like about this business, some of the positives that I have here, is that I really like that I can sub out. Most home builders sub out almost 100% of the building of that house. What that means is they're going out and they're finding a framer, they're going out and finding a roofer, finding a finishing drywall company to do all the things, and they're essentially managing the job and making sure that the subs are showing up, doing what they're supposed to, and doing the job correctly with high quality. So you got to have management of that job site, and if you're doing 6 houses at once, that's probably enough for just you, maybe one employee. So I really like how when you're really able to scale this business with a lot of net income, a lot of profit, before you have to really get a massive staff of people. You could really run this just you at the beginning and really get some revenue under your belt, and then hire an administrative assistant for you. I really like how profitable this is, right? I said our startup cost is going to be about $35,000. One house, we've doubled a 50% profit margin from our setup costs. So really like that, because I really like businesses in which we can turn a profit quickly, so we can show that, hey, we have a successful business. Let's get into this. Let's reinvest. Okay. What we're going to do next, if you're really serious about starting this business, I always say this on every business that I'm thinking about starting, is I go through this exercise of I'm the biggest critic when it comes to this business. That means I'm going to think of all the ways in which it can fail. I'm going to tear it down, and I'm going to say, okay, what do we need to do to make sure that these things don't happen? And in this business, it's sales and marketing, right? That means you have blueprints. You're probably a great contractor. You can review houses. You may have even built a house for somebody else before, but nobody knows that you're a home builder, or nobody really cares to know because your marketing isn't very good. The sales and marketing of every business is the most important thing. If you do not have sales and marketing, you do not have a business, because you don't have any money coming in. So you need to make sure that sales and marketing, that you have that strategy in place before you even think about starting this business. So really have a sales and marketing strategy. Once you have that solidified, you need to make sure that you have great subcontractors. That means networking with subs before you start this business. Having a guy for flooring, having a guy for drywall, having multiple people in all these different areas of building a house, having an electrical guy that you trust, and making sure that you have multiple of those subs bidding out for the house that you're getting ready to build, so you can make sure that you have the trusted subs. So making sure you have trusted subs is super important, because that's the quality of your company. And if your quality of your subs is bad, then the house is bad, and then you're getting complaints, and you could potentially have issues with the house after it's built. Okay, so we also want to make sure that our blueprints and our kind of aesthetic of the houses is high quality. We want to make sure that our house looks modern, maybe different feels for different people, like country type houses. We want to make sure that our quality is really nice, and that's just doing research and getting in the industry of being a home builder. Okay, so after that, once you've gone through those 3 things of how you're going to really think about the things that aren't going to work and creating strategies around them, we're going to actually go through the steps of starting this company. That means we're going to create an LLC or a corporation, depending on your local attorney that you're meeting with. I would meet with a local attorney and ask them what the best formation is for a home building company, and have them set it up for you so they know the state laws and regulations of where you're at. And then I would also buy insurance. Insurance is for if there's any property damage, bodily injury, of the liability of building a home builder, is that, hey, your home, you're trusting a lot of subs, but what happens if something goes south, right? Insurance is for the unforeseen, unexpected that sometimes just happens. Okay, so we want to make sure we buy insurance. Also, when we're dealing with subs, we want to create a subcontractor agreement. So that's why it's important to get a local attorney to really help you create these contracts with these subs, to make sure that your liability is limited when a sub screws up, not when you screw up. Okay, so reach out to a local attorney for that. And at the end of the day, I always say being a business owner is the best decision I've ever made. Okay, I've made more money than I ever could have as an employee. I've been able to run the company with full creative control and build the culture that I want. I've been able to really take advantage of the freedom that I have as a business owner, be able to travel when I want to travel, take time off when I want to take off. So really, if this is a passion of yours and you want to become a business owner, I would say go out there and do it. As long as you plan ahead, take some of the steps that I've learned from this, do some of the steps of your own, do more research, and I would encourage you to start this business. And if you really liked this video or you like my channel, hit like and subscribe. Thanks.